We're all in on black this week on The Hapless Heroes.
Who said kill? Who said fight? All I said was we hold him down, break leg.
Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. And I'm just going to start nice and hot the same way I always do. To my right, we have Francesco as Percival Flathest.
Okay, Jam. Are you still there? Can you hear me?
To his right, we have John as JamJam.
JamJam's fun might be over.
To his right, we have Lou as Lev Zangief.
Slavic gambling.
To his right, we have Mike as Brenner Brew Blitzbor.
All these lads make me ready for an adventure.
To his right, we have Nicole as Glorp Glup Glup.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be like really good at gambling.
And to her right, we have Sebastian as Chumdaloom.
He better have a good excuse, so I'm going to put my foot all the way up his penguin ass.
We left off on the phone with the revelation to, well, one person that it has been 2 months that he has been on this casino ship living a life of hedonism and largesse and
luxury
and high fructose.
all natural fruit flavor.
Yes, they always swear it's all natural.
Got to get a Jam commercial for those candies. All natural fruit flavor.
So I'm assuming, as a quick recap, y'all should just listen to the episode before, honestly, but we left off on a compelled phone call as I had used Infallible Relay, not once, but twice to get Jam to actually answer the nearest phone to him. And I think the last things that were said, and I could try to roll the clip here if I'm able to, but if not, I believe if I were to reenact it briefly, I think Percival said something to Jam along the lines of, you've been gone for 2 months, right? Or it's been 2 months, right?
It's the sort of thing that would be in a cartoon, like it would be as both. Like it would be like the recap. It would be something like it's been 2 months, even though it wasn't that in the prior
episode. And then Jam
episode,
responded to that query with,
"Has it now?" or something along those lines.
Yes, it has, Jam. So I'm gonna ask, bud, you okay? How do we get to you?
Jam pops one of the candies into his mouth.
Of course.
So now Percival just hears.
I can hear
noise.
That sound of you like moving the hard candy around in like your beak, like mouth. You asshole.
Yeah,
dude.
This is like this is like such a meta thing too, because that like as the editor of this podcast, I have like yelled at you guys, not yelled at you guys, but you know what I mean. Like I have talked to you guys about like, hey, can we just maybe not do that
into the mics?
You fucking asshole.
So and then Jam's gonna look around the room. Last time we kind of described who was sitting around, a bunch of old people, right? Fairly old-looking people.
Everyone else there. In fact, I think that Mr. Victor Black had mentioned to you that like everyone has been there for like hundreds, if not thousands of years, and he was very surprised apparently when you said you've only been here for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jam looks around and he says, Jam thinks Jam's fine. He feels relatively safe and content. But then does Jam know where exactly, like where he is on the ship?
Not really. Just that it's this is Claude Montrose's private estate, even though he is not currently here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Jam says, JamJam's in a pretty fancy area. Jam got a pig.
How do I even process this? Like, you could, I guess, like the rest of the party can see Percival, like, kind of with this like stunned look on his like face.
What'd he say? Is he okay?
Okay, I'm not really sure how to answer that. He sounds fine. And apparently it has not occurred to him that it's been, like 2 months. Jam, out of curiosity, how inebriated have you been over the course of the last few weeks?
Jam's had a nibble of fruit here and there.
Eat around the candy.
So like
And again, there's
the sound of the candy moving around.
And he's taking wrappers out of the pocket of his trench coat and throwing them into
I really
the
hope I can find
garbage.
some like good sound effects for this, honestly, but we'll see. I've been trying to up the sound effect game lately based on some of your like everyone's cues as they say shit. Anyway, so I guess like Percival's gonna be like, you know what? I'm probably not the one to be stern at this point. I'm gonna hand the phone to Choom.
Oh, yeah?
I know Choom's been a little upset.
Holds up hands in like upbeat fashion.
No, you get to, yeah. I'll uppies you, and I'll just let you just kind of do right out of my shoulder. I don't care, because that way I can at least hear what you're saying. Just if you're gonna yell, just please away from my ear, please.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Somehow Glorp's smile imprint looks a little sad.
Hey, Jam, good old buddy, old pal. Jam.
Choom.
Hey. So just a quick question. Have you lost your goddamn mind?
No.
You've been for 2 months living in what can only be described as the lap of luxury. Do you know where we've been? Do you know what we've had to do? All right, listen, okay? We can still salvage this, okay? Where is the money?
Did Tink tell you anything?
From what I remember, he told us basically that they were trying to set something up and then you just kind of ran off.
I think Tink is still with us as well, if I recall.
Oh, really?
Right, because we're in JamJam's old room.
Yes.
The destroyed the hotel
This is
room.
again why Percival did ask if you had been inebriated, as we have seen the state of your living quarters. Okay.
Yeah.
Ask him about the invitation too, right? Because I remember also picking up like all the letters he was being sent that he was ignoring. Because apparently he was collected.
Yeah, so we basically found some evidence that you were invited to that place that I assume you already told us you were at. And then apparently they came and collected you in some really sketchy fashion. So we were really worried, but Tink, we called Tink. We tried to call
why would you worry, Choom? I have a fancy car. I have... Jam has a fancy car. Jam has a pig. Jam has everything he could ask.
Stop.
Did he just say?
Wait,
Did he just say pig? Did I hear pig?
Rewind. I think he just did say fucking pig. Did you say a fucking pig?
Yes.
Jam, listen, bud, okay? We tried to call you because we found a way to get home, okay?
Did you find Jam's cell phone?
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Jam was wondering where that was.
We told you at the start of this call that when we tried to call you before, Tink answered the phone. And in fact, I'm pretty sure Tink also yelled and said that you left it in your old room, which we're standing in, by the way. And it
looks like you got ransacked, bro.
It's a fucking disaster, Jam. We thought that you were like kidnapped, and it kind of seems like still that you were, maybe. Do you remember people coming to like, I don't know, snatch you from your room? Do you remember receiving a bunch of letters inviting you to this place that you seem to be now?
Dave, I don't remember if we went over this or not. It's been a little bit, I've been busy.
Yep.
Did he kind of get transported there relatively quickly? And then I don't know if he was blindfolded. I can't remember if he was blindfolded or anything.
Or if you were just like
I think they
so
just-
fucked up that you barely remember,
Yeah.
being
I don't even
or
think-
swooped up.
Well,
You know?
consider it this way. If he had been drinking, he didn't even need to be that fucked up. If he's in a city he's never been before, gets picked up into a
Someone
big
shows up at your door
limousine
being, it's like,
with
hey, your
tinted windows
your driver is
and
here,
drives
Jam.
you.
Please come with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. Is it was in the guise of bellhops presenting it as a room upgrade.
Yeah.
that
Never been in
you were
this
just there
space
for,
station
and they
before. It's been there for
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just been along for the ride.
They were
Okay.
just very,
Yeah.
they were very forceful, and they, they didn't take no for an answer, and you were just sort of scooped up along with them.
Yeah. Jam has been treated as Jam would expect. Choom, did Tink tell you how much money we were talking about?
No, you were supposed to have that answer.
We're still waiting on the appraisal, but has he given you any inkling as to how much? We don't know the exact, we don't know the exact number.
Okay.
I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna have a fucking panic attack right now, bro. I need a fucking Xanax or something. Jesus. I'm sorry. I mean, Jarrell. Listen. Okay. Listen to me right now. Okay. You're gonna leave the place you're at. You're gonna meet us somewhere. Okay?
Can
We
you do
talk
that?
about this in public.
Or, conversely, can you get us also invited to where you are?
I mean, either way.
Ooh, maybe. You
We'll
all
have
would
to
love
see if you
this
can
place.
remember what it was you did that got you invited.
Right.
Yeah. From what I understand, it's because he talked about the from our our discoveries of like investigating the room and the letters and the things like that, right? We know the phlogiston had something to do with it, and we know that, right? Like he was. This is what kind of got him as like a high roller, right? So like we were kind of maybe even pondering last session.
Well, these
About like
Who has the
swinging around the ether, the device that Choom has as sort of like, 'cause
these were nation
when we went through
funding
when we went
thing.
through security. Choom did get commented on being like, "Oh, big spender," as they scanned your bags and saw your device, right? That has this stuff in it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe using that as also a bargaining chip to get us there, right? Not necessarily to like, for us to sell it necessarily, but to be like, hey, like, listen, like we maybe have some, I don't know. We got
Clout.
assets.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
it's-
assets. You know
in
what I
the
mean?
in the haze of fruit and fun, and I think we might be able to do this through some sort of history check, kind of way. We'll find out what you remember. You remember about exactly what you did.
Now, Dave, just to clarify.
Yeah.
When we had talked about the phlogiston prior.
Yeah.
The single vial was a nation's worth of wealth.
Essentially,
Oh yeah, it is
and
literally.
we have like a
gonna hate
case.
what I
We have a
did.
case of
But-
it.
But do you guys don't know that.
No,
Jam
we do
Jam does.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
And Tink hasn't
Yeah.
told you that.
Nope.
No, Tink hasn't told us anything.
His tank
Yeah,
doesn't
like-
know anything.
Yeah, the appraiser just is coming back with how many zeros are at the end.
Right. But through Jam Jam's partying, he has come to understand what we might be looking at. And he thinks that this is all part of somebody schmoozing one individual with the wealth of a nation.
Okay, so let's cut back
Fair.
to the conversation then.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, Jam, and I'm trying to like also like, I'm kind of trying to maybe give Choom like some very gentle back pats to kind of calm him down because I see he's like hyperventilating.
Oh, yeah.
Full
freak out.
Jam, we need to get invited to where you are. We need to sort this all out. The fact that it's been this long since you've been waiting for some sort of, we'll call it a quote unquote appraisal is kind of fishy to me. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, like you should know something by now, surely. Like it almost feels like, are you actually able to leave where you are right now?
Jam hasn't been able to take the car out.
Any reason why?
Jam doesn't think there's a road that leads out.
Well, you got there somehow.
Jam's kind of nodding like, yeah.
He's nodding and I can't see him nodding. It's just silence on the other line.
He's just been driving around this little loop of chateau in his fancy new car for the last week. He's just kind of putting together that there's no road to go out.
Well, Dave mentioned in your little joyride you were being like guided away from any exits and kept to just the grounds of this place.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
do I remember that correctly, Dave?
That's
not.
Yeah,
okay.
It was very gentle, subtle cues though. It was like basically like green walls and stuff.
Yeah, and that's not to say that Jam has driven on the road the entire time.
Right. He's pretty much just idling and just like driving up on curbs and stuff like that.
You were shocked though. They had the donuts cleared up overnight.
Yeah.
Like, you tore up that plaza and
interesting.
It was like nothing ever happened.
It's just like this.
I'm interested in how they got the car in. If there's no way out.
Do you have a way to get yourself a phone? Is there like, I don't know, a store or like somewhere you can like procure yourself another device?
Has Jam seen anything like that here?
There are lots of you would say gift shops, but they're so high end,
like
past
boutiques
that,
and stuff like that. But like,
yeah. Boutiques that are just selling like crystal ducks and shit and like, silver plates with bullshit etched into them. And the sort of thing rich people buy at casinos to remember the casino, even though it doesn't say anything about it.
Now,
they're just buying Waterford crystal at double the price.
Would they have communications devices in those?
That's a good question. You haven't really looked because you haven't cared unless you were,
Jam doesn't remember
crystal duck.
them being there.
Yeah.
What is the phone connected through a wire, or is it just like a rotary phone?
I kind of imagine this one
internet?
almost being like it's a good question, right? Because this is a technological place, but is this like an old school type phone?
It is actually with it's with wires and everything.
Oh, so it needs a cable to work? Okay. Because if that wasn't the case, Jam would have just ripped it off and charged it to his room.
It's so funny.
But I mean, Jam might not know that. He might think it's just a security cable. So
I mean, if I'll
roll, as I say, Jam, I just need to understand,
check.
right? Because like I can't. Like, we have no other way to reach you, and like I can only call you like this every so often. And I'll be honest with you didn't pick up the first time, all right? So that was kind of like that used up a lot of juice in like the tech I'm trying to do this with, okay, dude. So like,
can Jam try to do a computer check to see if this phone will work without the cable that's connected to it?
Absolutely.
I love that.
I feel like computers can be used as a stand-in for just generic technology.
Yeah.
14.
Okay. Yeah, they're like, yes, this is one of those basic phones where it's just two wires going in, but if you break these two wires off, there's going to be no.
Okay, he doesn't break it.
It's just going to be, yeah.
Now Jam's kind of confused and slightly worried, because he doesn't know where he can actually get a phone right now. And there's literally just silence, and you just hear the swishing of the candy in Jam's mouth during that pause.
Jam, do you still have the phlogiston?
It's in the security room at the hotel.
Which hotel? The one that we're in right now, or the one that you're in?
Should be still in the one that you are currently in.
Looks around. Can I investigate to see if there's a case that might have phlogiston in it in this room somewhere?
I mean, you can absolutely investigate to see if there is any phlogiston or any of that in there, but it was put on deposit with the hotel.
So it's like the hotel security, not like the safe in his room.
No, casino, hotel.
Yes,
security.
That's how he gets comped everything.
Right.
Also,
dirty 12.
because yeah. So your investigation turns up
3 mini
some
fridges.
half-eaten pizzas, 3 mini fridges. Well, it was 4 mini fridges, but it's 3 working mini fridges.
Yeah, and a weird smell's coming out of one of them still.
Hey, Glorp,
Yeah.
will you check those mini fridges and see if there's anything, that can make us rich in there?
I can take a look.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Insert sound effects of Glorp opening fridges.
After JamJam's been
that's
thinking
the
for a
sound
little
effect
bit.
cue you want?
JamJam's been thinking.
Do I really have to like become a Foley artist here now and just like start recording the sounds in my
Seb
own
just
home?
did the noise for you. You can do it
I
too.
did. I did just do it.
Do I find
You gotta make
anything
sure
that'll
there's
make
4
us
of them.
rich in the fridge? Do I have
What's
to
that
roll for
smell?
this?
Yeah, actually, yeah, Dave, is this even a roll? Is there anything that can make us rich in the fridge? Glorp wants to know.
And what's that?
Any
smell?
of the
Can
fridges.
JamJam have something really expensive if she rolls well?
Okay. See, here's the thing. It's what's the definition of can? Like, can make you rich. I mean, there's a lot of things that can make you
Okay,
rich.
okay.
If you did the right pie in the face, can make you rich if it goes viral.
Perfect.
Am I
Exactly
rolling
what I'm looking for.
investigation, perception, investigation? Okay, I got a 4.
Oh,
Doing a fantastic job.
probably just fish.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so many different fish, though.
And some fruits.
Uh-huh.
And some fish just sitting in piles of fruits.
That's that smell.
Yeah.
Is that what that
I-
smell is?
I
That's
picked the
what-
most
that's what the smell
expensive
is.
looking fish based on however I would assess what makes a fish look expensive and bring it back.
There's like a good portion of
Oh.
like a tuna or something crazy that's like really expensive.
I'm
Brother,
sure.
tuna in
Do
your
you
You know how
fridge?
big the fridge would have?
Do you
Swordfish.
know what you have at the intersection of fish that's been left out at room temperature and fruit? Fermentation.
What do I
and
think,
all the
Jason?
things
But
that
these
go
are
with
like
it.
astral fish, so like, who knows?
Well, this fermentation smells very astral.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Even I can smell that. That's crazy. Thank you, Glorp. You can put that down. You're not going to need that. So,
I
just a
started
quick
it.
question. Oh, dear God. Glorp, don't get sick. I'm worried.
No.
All right.
I-
I'm gonna go up to Glorp and I'm just gonna cast resistance. And I'm gonna be on the phone still, just be like,
So, JamJam, we're gonna use your brain here, just for a minute. If you can take it out of the Speedo and put it in the head real quick, and we'll do this here. What are the chances that we got robbed?
Extremely
Justin's not
low. You could do JamJam a favor.
You're asking me for a favor, bud?
Sure.
What's the favor, bud?
You could call the front desk and ask.
JamJam, I need to be really clear right now, because I'm at the end of my rope here. We have been through, quite literally, hell. Okay? There were plans.
What did
that
you
could eat me.
see in the last 2 months?
JamJam,
They all have their
I think
minds
I
fingered.
described it pretty aptly when I
My
said literally
God.
hell. There were devils, there were demons, there was not soul to soul. No, it's not even here. I don't even know where he is. Listen. Okay? If you gave it to this hotel, then who the fuck picked you up and why are you at a different hotel?
JamJam was invited.
Right. Against your will.
Oh, JamJam
But are you
did have
piecing this
an
together?
idea. JamJam did have an idea. Do you still have any phlogiston?
About that. kind of had to use it to get here. Because we thought you were in trouble.
Oh.
Yeah, because we called your phone and Tink answered, and this guy, which we're going to hang up, I'm going to fucking break his legs. Because what the fuck is going on?
Hold on, Jube. It's not.
I've been calm for long enough. Okay? You don't understand. We were on a planet where the plants could eat me, Jam Jam. The plants could eat me. And you've been here getting drunk on candy, trying to make us money. You don't even have the phlogiston. And I don't understand why you don't understand that you are probably in danger.
While Chum is like screaming at Jam Jam, like I kind of like, I lean forward a bit to kind of, move my ear away from him, and I look to Lev, right, and Brew, be like, again with the threatening violence. You got to really make sure he doesn't like kill this guy, because like I really don't think it's actually his fault.
It's 100% his fault.
Chum, sorry.
He brought Jam Jam here. Literally, he's the arbiter of all of our pain right now. And I swear to God, when I get done with this fucking gnome, Jam Jam, if you don't have some kind of lead on how to get us the fuck out of here, I am going to lose it. Okay?
You just need to find a way to stay in touch with us until we can get to you.
Oh, Jam Jam can stay here. And Jam Jam again looks around the bar.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just sighed, like very heavily.
All right.
So no phlogiston left at all.
I don't know. Chum?
Not in its current, not in its original state. No, I would say.
Oh, that's how you've been making the ether?
Hey, did you want to get here or not? Do you want to go home or not? We're gonna need it either way. So we need the original phlogiston vial to get home. Jam Jam.
Oh.
Do you have any idea who has that right now? Is it this hotel? Is it your hotel? We have to figure that out also.
Wait, what was the hotel that they're currently in?
The Dio?
Yes. You were in the Dio. So that's our room isn't the Cormorant. You were at the Dio.
Yeah.
We are at the Dio in your old room right now.
Is that where we're in right now? Is our room on the phone?
No, we're in his old room. It's all
In the
complete, like a complete mess.
where Jam Jam
we got
the
here,
fermented
saw the
rotten fish.
invitation note, right, that he got, and then I used my infallible relay to have this conversation with him. I can't imagine what the scene is around Jam Jam as he's like still having this conversation, standing behind the cafe bar.
Not standing. George Costanza on.
Oh right, yes. Like feet kicking in the air, even maybe maybe he rolls over to his belly and just kicks his feet up, back, like we done anyway. So okay, Jam Jam, you need to find, obviously I can't keep calling you on this phone, okay? I do that a few times per day, and I'd prefer not to use all the juice from my tech to, just try to get you on the phone. So we need to find a way to all of us get together. You need to just not get into any more trouble or get kidnapped again or anything like that, all right? And we had to figure out what this phlogiston is. I'm sorry, and just back up for a second. You said you used all of it. Does that include everything that was left behind at the Casa Concordia?
That depends on the answer to this question. How much did we bring with us?
I'm asking you that, Chum. I wasn't in charge of that. I didn't even know you were using it.
Well,
I thought that was all still locked up in Jam Jam's room.
Yeah, all I remember about this, both in-game and out, is Jam Jam left some of it on the ship, also in the freezer. And that's where we got it in the first place. So there's a chance there might be more of it at the flotilla. But as far as on us, all the stuff you left us, that's gone. That's absolutely.
So you're saying, okay. So you're saying that we can't really get back to our home planet without the only known phlogiston that we know is left from what we had, which is here.
That does sound like the plot,
because as far as anything that was left behind at our home on the raft, that's essentially Schrodinger's phlogiston.
That's actually a really on-the-nose way to put that, yes. But you see, Jam Jam, we're not convinced that you're not in danger, so I'm gonna still hold fast that it was worth it to use the phlogiston to get here to make sure you're okay. But now, due to no fault of my own, we now need your phlogiston to get home. So,
Jam can't give all of the phlogiston. Jam has to pay his bill.
you're in debt? You came here to make money, and somehow you owe money?
Again, Jam recommends you ask Tink how much we're talking about.
Okay, we'll do that. And you need to get yourself a phone, and you need to make sure that you call us so that we can establish communication again. Or I swear to God, you better be back at this cafe again tomorrow morning, and I will call you again. Right here, at this phone, with that spell that I used.
Okay.
Anyone else have anything to say to Jam before I hang up the phone and we get the hell out of this smelly place?
Glad you're okay. But also, I kick your ass. Hops off of Percy, goes over to Tink, pulls out ray gun, puts ray gun in Tink's face. You guys can finish your conversation.
Well, no, I'm going to at that point. Okay, well, now Chum is threatening to kill Tink, so we gotta go, bye-bye! I'm just gonna hang up the phone and try to, get everybody else to maybe help me intervene before Chum does something that we can't undo or come back from.
Can I roll intimidation?
You can roll intimidation, yes.
I'm going to roll intimidation. And I'm going to say what I'm going to try and intimidate him before I roll. So it'll be really funny if I do bad. Basically, I'm going to put my ray gun in Tink's face. And I'm going to go, all right, enough of this mysticism. Enough of this mysterious fucking benefactor. You need to come clean with who you're selling this to, where you're selling it, and how much you're getting, or I'm gonna blow a hole straight through your little stinking face. And I did say little.
What Chum is trying to say as I...
Dirty one.
Yeah. A what? A dirty what?
I rolled a 2, and I have a -1 charisma.
Jesus Christ.
I think I'm very scared.
Like it would be good, but you're just so small.
But the gun is so big.
It just undermines the whole thing.
Powers up energy. I don't know what it is. Lev, break his legs!
No, I think that at this point I think
Okay.
No, wait. Lev, you were against violence when we got here. What's going on?
Yeah, but I don't like this guy. He put Jam in trouble.
Yes!
Oh no.
That's what I've been saying.
No. Jam got himself in trouble. Jam is perfectly good at getting himself in trouble.
Wait.
We also don't know that.
That does sound like
'Cause you
our
won't tell-
Jam.
Yeah, how about we just
We don't know that.
how about we all calm down?
Let us see what one broken leg does.
Wait,
Maybe
okay.
the truth will come out.
That's a great
Lev,
idea.
before anyone gets any legs broken or any limbs shot off, I would really like to avoid that. Can we just, how about, Tink, why don't you just start from the, maybe the part where you guys got here, you had something that you were looking to get appraised or to sell, and you tell us, maybe your involvement here, because
Okay.
you brought him
Lev
here?
takes a pretzel out. And snaps it in front of him and starts.
At least one of the words that were kind of burned on the ship before we got off.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, we fired that gun. Now it's off, baby.
Yes. Like I was in my head. I was thinking, is this going to be a soft pretzel? Like
No,
he
he
tries to
burned
snap
him.
and it just goes.
And
No, their
I'll
pretzels is
roll
perfect. Yes.
An intimidation roll.
Yes!
With that roll.
Yes.
I cast guidance.
Like no, that intimidation gets advantage because
Yes!
because of
The
the
broken
because
pretzel.
just because of the crispiness.
I love the idea
broken
that Chum's
pretzel.
in there yelling at him and then Lev's behind just cracking the pretzel and that's what's actually intimidating.
Yeah,
Chum thinks it's
that's
him.
actually what happened.
Insert
That is
Foley.
a dirty 18.
Oh my.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I laugh when I'm nervous. Laugh when I'm nervous.
You should be laughing a lot right now.
Lev hands a pretzel to Percy.
just let him talk.
He's trying to stop chuckling from to making the convincing threats, but he's just so small. But he's trying to chuckle from that. But he's intimidated by Lev behind him, who just snapped that pretzel with such gusto.
And is not small.
Not knowing that it's a burnt pretzel.
You said you handed Percival a pretzel as well, Lev?
Yeah, I like slowly take it out and start pushing you in the bicep
With it?
With it. Like,
I'll take the pretzel. Kind of like I'll reach across and just like take it. But like I'm gonna look at
don't
Brew.
break eye contact.
I'm gonna
with
look
Tink.
at Brew and be like, Brew, surely you got the you're with me on the non-violent approach here, right?
Oh, I mean, whatever makes the most adventurous experience. But yeah, I
Have
would
you ever
rather
broken
not
someone's leg
have to
before?
fight anything.
No help.
No more killing. I'm kind of over that.
Oh, don't worry, bro. We're not gonna kill him.
Who said kill? Who said fight? All I said was we hold him down, break leg.
Yeah, it builds character.
I mean, if we're just breaking legs.
Okay, let's just how about
That's
exactly.
how about we just let him finish what he has to say, and then
You better
maybe we
start
can make a
talking, Tink,
determination.
before Glorp gets in on this.
Glorp pulls one of the tiny fish bones out from the recent piece of fish they were digesting and holds it up and snaps it. A tiny little fish rib bone.
The camera cuts back to Percival. He's like, just like sucking on this like burnt like pretzel. And he's just like, you just gotta give it a minute and just softens back up again.
I love how we're trying to be intimidating, but we are eating and fucking.
Percival is not like the most threatening guy. Like he can use a firearm, but like he's gonna be the last person to pull it out, right? Like that's kind of his whole shtick.
I don't know. We're now kind of
Lev
implying
looks
that
at
we're
him.
going to break his legs and eat them. Maybe it's extra intimidating.
I mean, that's not what I was going for, but
Wouldn't put it
That's
past
what I'm
us.
taking from it.
So you better start talking. You better start expositing, Tink, so we find out what the fuck's going on here.
Okay. The only responsible thing we could do was put it on deposit, essentially with the ship. I mean, the casinos and the ship are the same thing. Like, there are 4 different casinos here, but like nobody's fooling anybody. It's all the Gabbiani.
Right?
Like, you're not really choosing between one or the other.
That's bad.
that's just its vibes. No, I get that. I mean, like it's a monopoly essentially of a casino.
But yeah, but so we had to put it on deposit.
And you took collateral,
Hotel.
right?
We have a receipt.
Can I see it?
And Tink would be able to
A
produce
digital
the
receipt, probably,
which-
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a digital token, but it's on a pretty official looking chip. Little blue kind of LED display, like a calculator, just with the chunks of letter or number there.
Nice.
That scrolls across with a series of numbers. And
What does it say?
if you connect it to anything to actually read it, it would say, held on deposit, 1 vial stabilized phlogiston.
Does it say who is holding it?
Management, and then management on behalf of C. Montrose.
C. Montrose.
I think that's
the
that's
name we already
Claude.
have in our
That's
notes.
Claude
Yeah.
Montrose. Yeah, that's the proprietor of the Gabbiani, the guy
That's
who
not
runs
good.
the place.
That's not good. All right.
We don't know a lot about this guy. All right, so like,
But to say that's the only thing it would have on it if this is on the up and up. I mean, who else is going to guarantee something like that?
I mean, it is
Right.
a casino. They have a lot of money.
Tink. Here's the thing, Tink.
Why haven't they paid anyone out yet? Like, I don't understand. Did they even give you any sort of estimate or valuation at all?
Thank
What's
you, Mercy.
No, they went dark. But
Oh,
I mean,
they went dark. Yeah. So, just a quick question. Tink, buddy, pal, favorite person. How do you know? Wait, no, better question. On the Gabbiani, and to your knowledge, how much credits do you think somebody might, get offed for out here?
That's hard to tell.
No. I want you to think about it. I want you to really think about it here.
But it's the to whom? To whom is the problem? It's not how much.
Well, C. Montrose. How about we start there?
But here's the thing. They went dark, but these people they operate on.
Keep saying it. I'm gonna shoot them. I'm gonna shoot them.
They operate on way longer timelines. Okay, we had to be patient.
Listen.
And I tried. I've also been. Have you ever actually tried to talk to Jam about slowing down?
For the first time, this entire fucking thing, you had a point. You have a point.
And
Yes,
also,
I
wait,
understand.
but I thought that you were like the person who employed him. Like, you got him the jobs. Like, you were the guy that,
Right.
is his contact, right?
You
like,
were the
so,
captain
like,
of that ship.
You lost control of the situation here, is what you're trying to say to us here? I just want to be clear.
Percy's getting on to it. He's getting on to it.
But see, here's the thing. When he comes in with such a high value resource,
That you knew he was bringing.
it kind of becomes more of a partnership at that point because leverage and all that. I can't exactly say I'm the boss when he has more than triple the bankroll of everything else here.
Right.
But
So, just a hypothetical here. Using our brains, our big brains. What if, two fucking idiots showed up with this and you were C. Montrose, right? What would you do to the two fucking idiots if you were C. Montrose? If the answer number one is not rob them, then we're gonna go to answer number two, which is kill them, and I'm gonna do them a favor. Okay? Listen,
Whoa.
this is very important, okay? I'm from Verdara. These Concordian fluff cakes, no offense, don't understand the streets, okay?
None taken. I'm pretty
Thank you,
fluffy.
There's a lot of, I don't know what we would call the mafia. There's a lot of those guys. There's a lot of good fellas where I'm from, okay? And this is all starting to stink a little bit too much, like some racketeering, like some people who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty, to get their hands on, I don't know, a small fortune in a bottle that you gave away.
I just want to say that in between this conversation, everyone's phone has buzzed like
a few times.
4 or 5 times.
Oh, the group chat has received a few messages.
Every once in a while, as Lev has thought that he was flotugling things.
Can you give a sample for our audio audience for some of the messages we're seeing scroll across right now?
Yeah. So while Choom was blowing up on Tink, Lev has been searching how to clear pigs' background checks.
Can you read them in the tone of Lev's voice, please?
Yeah, he's like reading it. He's like, how to clear pigs' background check. Questions to clear pig background check. Are ships pig proof? How to tell if ship is pig proof?
But I do think that this is a pretty valid line of questioning for fucking Smuggle Master Tink here.
Yeah, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors or something like that happening here. Like, there's a lot of ambiguity to what's happening, and if JamJam is in debt to a place like this, I'm very scared of what that means, and especially if the thing that we need to get home is also part of that leverage.
Right.
Okay. So, I would like everybody to calm down, but I understand that not once in the history of everything has telling people to calm down actually gotten them to calm down. But
I'm gonna shoot him, bro. All right.
We don't.
All right. Continue.
We're not in debt to him. We have the receipt here. If anything, he's in debt to us to the tune of 1 vial.
So here's
Now,
what we're gonna do, actually, Tink.
Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
There is a real problem here. Is we're gonna get this back. We're gonna have our whole deposit price back. And now we're gonna be minus the cost of whatever the ass Jam has been doing for the last 2 months.
Is there any way to divide, the contents of this vial? To cover the costs? Just get us enough juice to
I
get home.
actually
too.
might be able to answer that. Can I roll a... I was going to say...
Is that Arcana?
It
Is
could
that
be
fucking
Arcana.
right?
But I have some pretty good experience with taking the phlogiston out of the container.
Right, and
So I'd be able to
transforming it into
answer.
ether. We've kind of created this sort of, lore,
Yeah.
or like connecting these things together, right? So,
It's dirty 16.
Right. What was the goal here?
To be able to separate it.
Would I
Would
be
it be
able to
possible?
separate
Yeah.
a small bit of phlogiston to pay off our debts and then take the rest?
or conversely,
There-
siphon
there-
off enough so that we sell uncovered debts, and we get whatever we need from, dividing this, right, and getting us enough juice to get home, right? Or is it an
Right.
all or nothing kind of thing?
Yeah. Okay. Our possible endings here. Claude Montrose is on the up and up. He's liquid enough where he would be able to buy this and marginally buy people out on it.
Yeah.
Get you guys enough fuel to get home plus whatever else.
Okay.
Now, he isn't on the up and up. Does any of this matter?
Right.
Right, and that's the sort of inside of it all. But when it comes to the actual, like actual material ability for us, like for Choom with his skills with the arcane, tech, would he be able to, using, I guess, whatever amount of phlogiston we have in this vial that was brought here, right,
Yeah.
to at least separate some and into another container, right, so that there's still enough to cover
Yeah.
debts or whatever, but to keep take a little bit back for ourselves to get the fuck out with Jam.
So let me answer this question with a question.
Oh no.
When you guys used all of the phlogiston to make the ether, did you keep the old vials?
Yes, I keep everything. I am a junk rat.
Oh, I was gonna say this. Okay, it is in character for Choom.
Yes, he does.
One of
It's-
them
Do we want
may
to,
or may not have urine in it.
do we want to roll a luck roll for it?
Man. That's up to you
Which
guys.
doesn't exist, but it's fun.
Legitimately,
No,
Choom
that
keeps
sounds
everything.
exactly like the sort of shit he'd have. It's going to be the question of, first I want you to make a wisdom check.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a...
Were you smart
7.
enough to keep it somewhere that you could find it?
That's a 7.
7. Okay. So
The ship has been through a
an
lot.
8. So on an 8, roll 1d8.
Uh-oh.
That is a 2.
Okay.
2. It would take you 2 hours of digging through your room to find these things, but it is there.
Yeah, it's somewhere. There may or may not be urine
On
in
the
it,
ship.
but it's somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, this is not a bad backup plan.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Tink, though, we're gonna need you to do something.
Um,
You're gonna,
Okay.
as one of the holders of these tokens, you're gonna now, when we're talking about we, the collective we that is involved in this deal, we're talking about all of us now. Not just you and Jam, all of us. Okay? We're all here, we're all involved. You are our closest point of contact to anyone that could get us invited to where Jam is. And if you say, hey, these are the rest of the people who own this stuff, well, maybe you could get us there. So you're going to go talk to whoever the people you know here, because that apparently seems to be what you do as your job. You talk to your contacts, and you get us to Jam.
I love Percy is trying to definitively lay down the law.
I love this.
I would like you to do this as a either persuasion or intimidation, whichever you feel
I'm gonna
more
go. Yeah,
accurately is.
I'm gonna cast guidance.
Yeah. I'll take whatever I can get because my charisma is only it's 13, right? So it's only a +1, and I have no persuasion. Oh, I do have some persuasion. I am proficient in that. Let's do it. Come on, Percy. Okay, and you said guidance as well?
Yes.
Should be okay, actually. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
3 on the D4. So 15 plus 3 plus 3. Yeah, that's 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty 21.
Dirty, filthy.
You have Tink's full and undivided attention, and he is taking you very seriously. He's sweating through all of this. And you're getting through to me. You're getting through to me. I get it. I get it. I know. We're all committed now.
Choom's gonna reach into his vest, pull out one of the sending stones, and he's gonna reach in and put it in Tink's jacket, pat his chest. You're gonna keep that on you, and if we need to get in touch with you, or vice versa, you're gonna use that. It's untraceable, so to speak.
Didn't we get these from Tink?
Not this one.
No. These are the
Based
ones
on the
now.
one Tink.
Yeah,
gave
right.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
I
slap in the
approved
face
on the
here.
design.
Right.
So you're gonna try and set us up to either have a meeting with this guy, or at the very least, get us in where JamJam is, so we can kindly collect our friend. And if you do that, then Lev here will go easy on you. Lev, you got any more pretzels? Just use your imagination.
Luck roll?
Yeah. How many did you make? Did you just make 2?
Pretend he has
3?
Wow. I've been hungry. We haven't stopped anywhere yet. No, I'm fresh out.
Oh.
The only thing Lev feels is his his special pen that he uses to do his crosswords and stuff, and he's just like, oh no,
don't bring
no.
Hey, I'm gonna point at Tink with my finger real close, be like, just think back to the first time you did it and reimagine it happen again. You stay in contact with us. You
Yeah.
stay on the up and up. You hear me?
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna give me like 24 hours. Like,
have
I'm gonna
23.
need 6 just to. Listen, I'm gonna need like 6 to take a nap and do my laundry. He's looking uncomfortably down at his pants. Like, I got some laundry to do before I could be out in public. I gotta get a little bit of a rest, but take me a little bit of time. Tomorrow, 23 hours. Sure, I can do that. Whenever that is, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
We'll have something.
I'll give him my room number because we're going back. We're not staying here in this room. This is a mess.
Yeah.
I can't stand the smell any longer. We need to get out of here. But maybe, and I'm going to post to the group now. Okay. We'll kind of gesture for, okay, do your thing. Turn to the group. Okay, guys. Well, we know that JamJam is currently, we can't get to him now. But what are we thinking about? And can't believe I'm even suggesting this. Maybe you'll think I'm cool for saying it. What about we just kind of scope out what the situation is about where the phlogiston is being stored? I'm not saying to case it, okay? I'm not suggesting that we do anything anywhere in the realm of stealing anything. No. But just in case that there is any chance that things aren't on the up and up, I don't want to die here. I want to see the sunset on Concordia one last time before I go. So, if that means we have to reclaim even just a bit of the fuel we need, as we've now come to understand this is kind of, something that helps us, move at any sort of remotely good pace to get where we need to go.
Right.
I want to make sure we can do that in case, we aren't rich.
I'm feeling you. I got two things, real quick. Number one, if you're worried about something, sounding cool, you shouldn't preface it with wondering if it sounds cool. But number two,
okay, yeah,
I'm totally down to go
I hear
steal
your
some phlogiston.
feedback, and I'm listening.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm totally down to case the joint and steal our phlogiston back. That's a great idea, Percy. That Percy had. That's a great idea.
No. I didn't say that we
Cool,
actually
you're
steal it.
suggesting stealing Percy.
No.
It's very unlikely.
Everybody applauds for Percy for the great idea to steal the phlogiston.
Good job, Percy. We're proud of you.
Good job, Percy. Can we take this moment? I just want to also see or experience Jam trying to buy a cell phone at this.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna close the curtains on anything in this episode, it's gonna be whatever the fuck is happening now with Jam.
Yeah.
So
I'll even say that Jam probably did find somewhere. Dave, do you want to give us where he could have found a cell phone in this place?
So there's a lot of different boutiques, and sometimes they do collabs with different things. So, I mean, there was the one that they made the crystal ducks, but they were doing a collaborator with a different phone maker. But I think that was a limited stock. They ran out of that like the day of. I think there might be a more recent one. One of the restaurants, I think, had some sort of deal with a steak that you got a phone. It was like a steak knife phone. It was a real weird thing.
Is that guy?
Okay.
I'm not there, but I was like, there was also the man, Victor Black, that you were talking to, who's probably still sitting at the table because you just ran away to answer the phone.
I'm imagining it's been a couple hours that he said bye to him, that he tried the one shop and they didn't have many more. They're all out. So he's sitting there eating a steak. And he finally gets the free phone that comes with the steak.
Free phone with this probably
yes, it's the steak knife phone.
And he realizes he doesn't know any of your phone numbers.
That's where I want to call the episode of the Hapless Heroes.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the
my
guy to
God.
memorize phone numbers, and he's been on a fucking almost 2 month long
He
bender.
wouldn't think.
He's just
Yeah, yeah.
pressing
Well,
4
nobody ever
over
knows
and over,
anybody.
wondering why it isn't calling Percy.
Yeah, nobody knows anybody's numbers anymore. But JamJam's not the sort who would think far enough ahead to put that all in a analog book to keep somewhere in case he had to get a new phone.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm starting to think we trusted the wrong person to go.
New phone.
Well,
So far,
Yeah,
it's going
the next episode,
swimmingly
new
for
phone,
Jam.
who dis?
Yeah, Jam is having a great fucking time so far. But this was one of those things where it's like, I don't know, this was another one of the episodes we had to talk it out about how we're going to handle this situation where we can't get to our friend. We haven't been invited yet. And we need to gain control of whatever situation we're in.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't occur to our characters that Shum had used essentially everything that we had in our last few bouts of travel.
That's fucking hilarious because Percy, I just imagine him being like, oh, we're making really good time.
Yeah.
This is crazy. And Jim just be like, yeah, we should be.
I mean, like me as Dave, I was under the impression that most of that phlogiston was just the overhead to make this ether system possible.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, it is very ambiguous how much, if any, is even left at the Casa Concordia, or if this vial that is here at the Gabbiani is very much the last that we have. Because we haven't found a way to, make it, I guess, not wasteful and produce more of it.
Yeah, it's so hilarious that we've taken such good accounting of these things.
Isn't it incredible how we always do that? How we're always so good at putting exact numbers to things and being very specific about these details.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. In his excitement to create Ether, because this has been Shum's like passion project for a long time, he would not be consciously paying attention to how much of the phlogiston he would be using.
That's what concerns me.
Just, in character. He
Right. No, I mean, we get it. We know. We've seen it in action.
Yeah. That being said, though, I'll wait to pose this again later in the next episode. If phlogiston is worth a lot, how much is Ether worth?
Did you invent Ether? Or
I don't. I
just
think
discovered
I think when me and
inventor?
Fran talked about it, I didn't invent it, but it's
This is
very,
like
very
fringe.
rare.
This is fringe science. We're talking.
Black
Yeah.
web, dark web shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
probably illegal.
See, the thing with it being fringe science is like it becomes sort of an unknown. It's what you could get somebody to pay for it, but it's so fringe that
Human
how many
Percy
people
Science
are going
Fair.
to even pay for it?
Right.
We'll put on a show. We'll put on a production. We'll show them what Ether can do, and maybe we can buy our way out of here. Because I got a fuck ton of that. Holds up like 15 vials.
All right. I guess I got to finish up the outro for this episode so we can go into break.
Oh yeah,
here.
right. Yeah. But Summer, we just gotta, this is just a lot of exposition this episode. We kind of just we lost the
Yeah.
we lost the outro. Sorry, dude.
It's all right. If you like us, we can be found on the internet. On the internet, there is a tree, and on the tree, there are branches, and on those branches, there are links, and link.ter.ee/haplessheroes is where all of our links are.
Link.ter.ee. What madness is this? It's just
That's too many dots.
linktr.ee.
A word must have a vowel.
It's less confusing, right? No, it is not. Why put the dot there? Anyway.
I can't remember, okay?
It's fun.
It made sense at the time. But okay, go to Linktree/haplessheroes, and that has all of our actual links to places. I was mentioning to other people, nobody knows anybody's cell phone numbers. Nobody actually knows all the links to all these places. You just kind of know where to go. On your phone, you go into your contacts. And for us, you go to our Linktree. And that takes you places. And really where you want to go is our Discord server. That's the place to, talk to us, hang out with our community. Really the people you want to talk to. I mean, we're just some schlubs who make a show on the internet. But they're people who are oddly huge fans of some schlubs who make a show on the internet, and they're really the ones worth talking to. But really it's, meet people, like-minded and talk about D&D and not D&D in our show, and it's a cool place. But maybe you really like us, and leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice, whichever one you're listening to us on, perhaps. I'm sure if you've made it to this point in the podcast, you know where you're getting your podcasts from. If you can leave a review there, leave it. And if you can't, we have a channel in our Discord, Linktree/haplessheroes. Go back there. The channel's called 5 Stars. Just leave your review there. Wherever you leave it, we'll find it, we will see it, we will read it, and we will recognize you as the 5-star human that you are. Maybe that's not enough for you, though. Maybe you really, really like us. Then you could donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. Link for that's also on the Linktree, BT dubs. We've got a few different reward tiers of, just patronage tiers, rather, where people can donate to the show. And this is what keeps us ad-free and, on decent equipment and getting better every year. And, we keep our hosting no matter how many of you people are downloading up. We stay running, and that's thanks to all of you. So we really do truly appreciate
and we've been able to also, put that towards paying and commissioning other creators and artists to help contribute to, give you more things to aid in, like I said, including our character artwork, which now, as as this episode has aired, has been released to the public for some time. It's incredible, and y'all need to take a look at it because it's absolutely dope. It's posted in our Discord. It's all over our socials. Big shout out again to Matthew Sargent. We're also glad that he took some time to sit down, with an interview for us, which is also a free episode you can hear on our Patreon if you go there.
Now that's all said and done, there's nothing else to do but outro the cast. So let me back it on out of here. The reverse of the way I came in, where we have Choom Daloom played by Sebastian to my left.
Holds up phone. Hey, Flotugal. Can plasmoids get food poisoning?
To his left, we have Glorp Glup Glup played by Nicole.
We can just put a piece of me in a tube. It looks like Fagested, and then we can swap them. Then it's not even stealing, it's just trading.
To her left, we have Brunner Brubletspor played by Mike.
I thought we were breaking legs.
To his left, we have Lev Zangief played by Lou.
Thanks, Dave. And if you've been listening this far, you're right. People don't remember phone numbers anymore. So let's start our new segment where we leak phone numbers from the hapless heroes, starting with Fran.
No.
That's all together. All right, I have another one too. I'm sorry. I have another one too. Searches coat. Oh, look, another pretzel.
I'm going to use both.
To his left, we have JamJam played by John.
Until next time.
And to his left, we have Percival Flodhest played by Francesco.
Now, Clark, that's a great idea, but you are truly priceless.
My name is Dave. I've been your host and Dungeon Master. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. We'll see you next week where we pick up where we left off. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Yeah, we're totally not going to rob a casino. Bye.
Bye.
Great idea, Percy.